his channel, my good friend, to affiliate. So, wait a second. There we go. Better. Hi, I am 13th Unlucky Jinx, the DM of the campaign with a group of my friends, and I thought I'd work on just getting us to affiliate, and one of the things that I need to do is to stream a little extra. So here we are, me arsing around. Hopefully it's somewhat enjoyable. Yeah, so here we go. What I'm going to be working on today, I guess, I'm just going to kind of use this as a way to talk through plans I have for the campaign, things like that. What you see behind you, this is Dungeon Draft. I've not used it for a while, but this is basically, oh, here we go. Yeah, it's a plan I was working on earlier in the campaign. Actually, around about a year ago, we did another charity stream, and in that time, the party had managed to somewhat indebt themselves to the city of the Hollowed Spire, and or the people they're in anyway. And one of the people that they had ingratiated themselves to was a noble woman called Megala, and she was the head of essentially trade in this city. It's a drow city, one that I'm very, very fond of, and as the party had managed to save her child, Vishin, who is a very loyal friend of the party at the moment, an aspiring cartographer, and one of the things as a thanks for saving Vishin, and then later Megala's husband, who's also something of a nerd, and he was a fan of like all sorts of books, and one of the things that Megala had imported into the city for him, unfortunately, had what is a lip. For people who don't know what that is, it's basically an undead, and it's the spirit of someone who's absorbed some forbidden knowledge and become corrupted by it. So one of the things that they've got to do is they like whereas like ghosts have like a final wish, things like that. What the Alip wants to do is to impart its forbidden knowledge on people, and so one of it had taken over Megala's husband essentially, and so the party had managed to draw it out and defeat it. And as thanks for saving both her child and her husband, Megala had commissioned for the party a homestead in the Hollowed Spire, which is what I'm going to have in the background here. I should have worked on it a long time ago, but we sort of fell out of love with streaming for a while, just because we had so many really stupid tech issues. But if you can see, how do I zoom with this again? Is it shift? No. Anyway, I'll figure out control. There we go. Yeah, right. So if you see here, the group had like a few specific requests for what they wanted in this homestead, and I had a few thoughts of my own. But down here there is a blacksmith for the fighter. He's a Rune Knight fighter, the Dragonborn, and so I thought that it would be, he's got his own little forge area out here. There's a small archery range because we've got a rogue in the party who's actually, funnily enough, a member of this city. And this is a small area for the druid. I really love the water effects on Dungeon Draft. I don't know if you can see it, but it's swooshy, and I like that. But yeah, we've got a nice little garden area with some tree stumps for sitting, and the house has somewhat of a purple theme because Megala and her family, they have a purple theme themselves. So to show sort of, given that they commissioned the house, this is to sort of show the alliance with Megala's household. If anyone turns up and wants to chat, feel free to. But I'm probably just gonna continue rambling to myself as we go. At the moment, if you aren't up to date with the campaign, the party is in the Feywild, and they were brought through there by someone who looked like the hunt mistress of the guild in the Hollowed Spire. It was it was I've got really bad ADHD sometimes, and the slightest thing will set me off on forgetting exactly what it was that I was talking about, so I apologise for that. If anyone does turn up and wants maybe the music a bit louder or something, just let me know, and I can do that. I do have like a little music in the background. But yes, so right, what we've got here is so they were commissioned by someone who looked like the hunt mistress of the guild. It wasn't. It was a fae who was in charge of who was something of a scout. Commissioned by the ringmaster, who was one of the fae of the Feywild, close to an archfey, probably the closest in my setting anyway. That God, it's been so long since I've been on this. It's probably the closest to an actual archfey without being an archfey, I would say, in my setting at least anyway. The whole setting is incredibly homebrewed, very, very homebrewed. But yes, so what we've so the ringmaster is in charge of talent scouting, as they say, and as such, what they do is they will find people who do dances, who do various things that require talent. And one of those things that they do is provide entertainment, but also, should one of the archfey of the realm require someone to do a job that they themselves can't because of classic fey politics, they are to do that essentially. Let's see, where is everything? There we go. Pattern tool, roof tools. God, it has been an absolute age since I have used this, so I apologise while I'm talking and finding my way around. Doing two things at once is a bit difficult for me because brain, no thoughts, head empty, brain nowhere good. But yes, so in this sort of exploration area that they are working on, let's see if we can find a desk that they're kind of going through, finding their things. Maybe a table would be better than a desk. Those are kind of specific. There we go. This one will do, I guess. How do I make this bigger? There is Alt and scroll. There we go. Perfect. Yeah. But yeah, so in like, you know, searching for this, yeah, so in searching for this job that they've kind of been contracted on, what the party has come to find is that they've been contracted by Mother Spore, who is one of the Archfey of the Harvest Court. And so basically, Mother Spore is just a bit like, well, I don't trust this very much. What's going on with the Sun's Peak Court, which is, you know, that's summer and autumn, I guess, in our terms of things. Should we find some nice chairs or just go with stools? I guess nice chairs. This room here is going to be like a sort of a meeting room. Oh my god. A bit of a meeting room for the party to sort of adjourn in and just, you know, figure things out between themselves. That one's quite nice. I should change the colour on this, shouldn't I? There is a pick tool somewhere. There it is. Let's go. There we go, that'll do. There. Right. But yeah. So the party has like I say, found that they are to investigate what's caused the head of the Sun's Peak Court, which is someone who has the title the Radiance or Radiance, whichever you prefer, or you know, classic Fae don't actually use a real name because that would be too obvious. Let's turn off Snap for this one, and let's see if I can remember. There we go, that's how it's done. There's 5 party members, so I'm just going to put 5 chairs on there. There is a 6th at the moment, but he's not actually been to the Hollowed Spire with them, so they can buy more chairs if they want to. But yes. And so where was I? Oh yeah. So either way, it's come to the point where they are to investigate. They are to investigate. No, I don't like that. Let's turn Snap back off. There we go. They're to investigate what's going on with the what's going on essentially with the Radiance, and why the Sun's Peak Court suddenly has so much more power. Because actually, can I? There we go. Undo. I'll just turn this slightly so it looks a little bit better. There we go. And so the point of it is, anyway, is that they're investigating. But while they're investigating, the rogue Lael, who is from the Hollowed Spire, has found out that she is apparently half Eladrin, which prior to this adventure was unknown to her, because she was unaware of her parentage essentially. Statue. Let's see if we've got any nice statues. But yeah, so there's that is something that and if anyone's listening in who doesn't want spoilers, well, now would be the time to sort of tune out a little bit. Let's change the colour on these. Let's make them white, I guess, or maybe lilac, pale lilac. There we go. That'll do. Yeah, so this is Lyle has found out that she's half Eladrin, a Sun's Peak Court Eladrin, like I say, which is previously unknown to her. What she doesn't know is that the person that or rather her parent, I guess, would be the right way to say that. Her parent is one of the head guards of the Sun's Court, which is rather nice. These can be somewhat mirrored because we've got a nice bit of like symmetry and stuff going on at the front garden there. We've got all the nice flowers, various shades of purple. So in my campaign, what I like to do is give everyone a weapon that scales with them. If you watch Critical Role, it would be something like Matt Mercer's Vestiges of Divergence, things like that. So it is sorry. Yeah. So something like that. It's I completely lost my train of thought. Classic ADHD strikes again. Yeah. So one of the things that I am working on at the moment, one of the things that I kind of want to talk about while I'm doing this, is the item that I want to give my my rogue. If there's anyone in chat who has questions, feel free to just butt in the chat and ask. No issues there. I do have chat open on my mobile because I am a very pro streamer who has a laptop for their setup. So while I'm doing Dungeon Draft on my laptop screen, I've got my my phone open on the side, which is also providing the lovely background music. Very professional, very cool. I agree. But yeah, so I'd like to give her a bow, and because the story of one of my gods, Quay, he is the god of nature and beauty, and his story was that he once fell in love with a nymph, who was a member of the Feywild, and obviously, and they had their own grove. Let's see. Let's find a fireplace. This is going to be a living room area here, so I don't really want to stick a fountain in it. There's got to be nice shelves and stuff. There we go. Yeah, bookshelf. Yes. So he fell in love with a nymph, and they were, or a dryad, I guess, not a nymph. Nymph is like, I guess, more, I don't know, watery based, or that'd be a naiad. I don't know. Anyway, to be fair, technically it's whatever you want it to be, because I'm God in this world, I guess. Classic. Fixtures. There's got to be a fireplace in here. Yes. There we go. Make it maybe a bit bigger. But yes. So I think if I no. Z is a slow rotate. There we go. Make it more specific than just that. Very nice. Yeah, that'll do, I think. But yeah, so he fell in love with a dryad, or dryad. That's the one we're going with. We're going to call dryad. And they were happy for a long time until people from the material plane, mortals, whatever you want to call them, they found their way through a small passage into the Feywild. And unfortunately, in doing that, they found the grove where the dryad, lived. I think actually I can have some. There's a light tool here. There we go. If we bring that down a bit, make it a bit warmer, and I should be able to just bonk that in there, and it looks like fire. Excellent. But yes. So the unfortunately the humans kind of had their way with the trees there, which chopped down for wood, brought back, not realizing, of course, that was a home grove to a few dryads, and once a home tree is destroyed for a dryad, there isn't any sort of that's their life gone. Which is very sad stuff, really, when you think about it like that. All it takes is some dickhead turning up and cutting down your tree, and you're gone. But I don't like putting that straight because it feels very bit of an angle then, I guess. Let's find a couple of armchairs as well. There we go. But yes, so there, and we'll put a little table in the middle. But this dryad, unfortunately, like there were a few survivors, but one of the casualties was the dryad that Quay was in love with, and I kind of want to play off that and say that Lael's ancestors are a descendant of the dryad who, unfortunately died. And I want the weapon to be about that the dryad had gifted to Quay from their home tree. Like one of the branches had been given as a gift to him. I just thought those sundials would be really cool, but the city's inside a mountain, so there's literally no sun ever, so it would be worthless. But anyway, but yeah, there we go. Maybe table first. That would make sense. But yeah, let's make this a bit smaller. There. And yeah, so it was, and it was a gift to Quay, from the dryad, and that was one of the, one of her own branches that he turned into a bow. And once the dryad had died, he left the bow with the remainders of the grove, who kept it as a family heirloom. And that's going to be what Lael is going to get after she goes through some sort of very funnily, one of my players, Lael, has just messaged me saying that he's incredibly tempted to tune in. I'm just going to message him back. Uh, so, yeah, so one of the, yeah, so I don't know what sort of coming of age ceremony I'm going to, oh, well, I mean, you know, if you do, he might join in. I I might need to tune out the spoilers a little bit if Matt turns up. If I see that viewer count go to 3, then yeah, no more spoilers. Sorry, gang. But yeah, so that's what I'm thinking the history of the bow is anyway. Just because, so obviously I want something that's kind of like Fae inspired. Okay. Okay. Right, Matt's gonna come hang out with us. So yeah. So yeah, no more spoilers then. This is just me gonna be working on this. I guess we could work on world building instead of like terrifying player destruction that I have planned. Let me just say, okay, when you get into chat. There we go. So I don't know how long the delay is on stream, but we'll see. Live test. I guess because this is the living room sort of area, we kind of want maybe a table to play cards or arm wrestle because the party is fond of arm wrestling. Very notably, memorably was when the Bard got into an arm wrestling match. Hello, how's things going, Matt? I don't know how much stream delay there is, but I can see you. I was saying I have the chat up on my mobile while I'm working on this. Is you guys' house. So again, you've been living here for a few for like a phase or something like that. So it's not spoilers to your characters. It's just I'm bad DM, very lazy. Let me know if you can hear me all right. If you can hear the music okay, things like that. Because I can't test very well. I have got Spotify up on my mobile. Talking about the table and the legendary druid. Oh yeah, there we go. So yeah, it seems to be quite a significant stream delay. Holy shit. Oh hi Claire. Yay, friends. But yes, so. I wasn't anticipating people actually being here, so this is nice to have someone to bounce off of. But yeah, so I'm thinking this is the living room area here. If you can see it, all right. So I'm thinking that it would be fun to have like a little table in the corner or something. Maybe music down here, things like that. Because I know that you guys like to arm wrestle, and so the story of the arm wrestle, because we didn't do it on stream, I don't think we might have. It might have happened during the first 24-hour game. I don't remember. But anyways, yeah. So the so the Bard is always like, you know, Miggle's always like, hey, go arm wrestle the two big buff people, which is the fighter and the fighter and the barbarian, obviously, and is like, hey, go fight for my entertainment, peasants. And you know, for the most part, they do very graciously agree. However, I think they've been fighting back against that and saying, not until you go fucking arm wrestle one of us, idiot. Maybe like, I don't know, I don't want to shove another round table in, but a round table is the best, really, for like card games, arm wrestles, shit like that. Let's go with this one. You start to see my lack of assets here. You can download more, but I'm incredibly technologically inept and I don't know how to do that. But yeah, so the bard then turned round to the druid, who is also a gnome and about as weak as Miggle is, and was like, "Hey Bramley, how about you arm wrestle me? Let's go for it." And Miggle was like, and so Bramley was like, "Oh, okay, sure, I guess." Miggle immediately tried to cheat, as Miggle is wont to do, and Bramley, being incredibly observant because she's a fucking druid, high wisdom, high perception, all that good shit. Bramley was like, "Oh no, you fucking don't!" Turned into a gorilla and threw Miggle out a window, as he was, you fucking deserved it. What a pleb. And yeah, so that's pretty much how that started. Was with that? Let's see. Is there? I know that there's games. There we go. Card shit. Oh my god, they're giant. There we go. Cards. Yeah. So yeah, Miggle's a bit of a shitlord, to say the least. Yeah, it was very deserved. Yeah, God, there's so many real stupid and silly things that this party does that is just fantastic. Let's make that one a bit bigger. Shove some pots of scrolls down here. This is, so just so that you know, Matt, this is like a meeting room that was asked for, which is specifically just for you guys to have a meeting in. This is Falchion / Mira's office. This, I think, was going to be the dining hall, I decided. This was a kitchen area. This is going to be like the servants' rec room, essentially. Yeah, the Falchion War Room. The War on Falchion Room. And then, because one of the things that you guys sort of need to do to maintain the household is have a couple of permanent staff, there is 2 rooms that are off from the which belong to the 2 servants. You've got a what's it called? Like a head maid. I don't know what the right word is. But yeah, you've got like a butler and the head of the household sort of maid person, and they're in charge of like organising the day-to-day staff, that sort of thing. They're one of the people who would have access to the funds, which pays, and so they'll pay for staff maintenance in your stead, because obviously you guys are getting regular payments into like within the city. So one of the things that they're going to do, actually I should probably get these done real quick because they're nice and easy to sort out. Should we make a darker purple? Let's go with a dark purple. That'll do. There we go. There. And then basically the same but slightly different. I imagine he might have that there as well. There we go. But yeah. So they're in charge of like the day-to-day running of the household. They keep things up. They keep everything stocked. They pay for the like the maintenance of the household, that sort of thing. Wrong button. But yeah, so just as a reminder of like the area that put a bed in the garden. Uh, but yeah, that's the sort of area of expanse that you guys have. You guys wanted to do something with this side, but I hadn't really. It's been a while since I've worked on this, so there we go. But yeah, Bramley would. I think Bramley would like a hammock probably, and quite potentially she has one up here. Let's see. It wasn't shift. It was control. There we go. This is Bramley's little garden nook that I was working on here. Let's see. Is there any hammocks? No, doesn't look like it. Oh, maybe it's in camp. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's like a little bedroll and oh yeah, there we go. Oh, spit roast. Ah, there's a hammock. Right, let's see. That'd be about right for a hammock. Let's put that under and then there we go. Little hammock. Not that anyone in the world knows what that is. Actually, I like that one more. Let's do that one instead. There we go. Hammock in the garden. Nice. There are like little tents and stuff as well. Let's put this back over. So little. That's quite a nice tent. What the fuck is this? That's like a proper circus tent, isn't it? Jesus. But yeah, so there's let me find something smaller so I can point with it. There we go. This is practically arrow shaped. Excellent. Nice. I was saying this before, but I don't know if you can see it very well on stream, but I really love the water effects on Dungeon Draft. You can put in like a bit of rock and shit underneath, and then put water on top of it, and it wiggles ever so slightly like water, and I really love it. I'd like to ideally get some more assets so that I could vary what I put into places, but also I suck at technology, so that's not going to happen anytime soon. Let's see, under a couple of stools, boop, 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 there we go. And then we'll find some instruments actually. Music? No, instruments. Convenient. Oh my god, there's a giant organ and a piano. Let's not do that. Let's I don't like how that it's incredibly flat. Looks like the harp's fallen over or something. Yeah, that's a harp. Lyre. See, they look like they could have fallen over. But yeah. Ever so slight spoilers, I guess. This is it is related to Lael, but it's not much of a spoilers. But if you don't want to hear it, I'm gonna give you a warning right now, Matt. The vaguest whiff of a spoiler now. Okay, so what the item that I was working on for Lael before you messaged me was as a Fey bow, and I'm very excited about the shenanigans around that. Yeah, but there we go. You're safe now, and I'm back off topic. I'm just very excited about various things that I was. I was gonna work on something I had in mind for you guys, for this whole investigate the Radiance, investigate the Mother Spore, things like that. But I'll work on that later, and I don't think you're gonna get to it tomorrow because since we've been waiting for Mike to turn up, we've not been getting started quite as early, which is fine. We've still been getting good sessions in, I think. And honestly, it makes it a bit easier for me to... export it to YouTube. I guess I might export this to YouTube as well, even though I will never ever listen to it because my own voice is pain. For as much as I like talking, I despise hearing myself speak. Anyone else relate? There we go, like a little stool area there. Should we have a couple of these around as like musician chairs sort of thing, do you think? There's nice little bookshelves or whatever the fuck they are there. Yeah, let's have one there, one there, so you can see out into the garden if anyone's coming. If you're waiting for someone but don't want them to know that you're waiting, you're just, oh, I was just hanging in the lounge area, playing my lute or my lyre, whatever. Just having a little doodle doot on the harp. We should make the harp bigger, shouldn't we? I just hate that it's just chilling there. Bing, chilling. And that's one of the things I would say about this what's the right word? Some of these assets are wildly out of proportion. Like, I mean, you saw the fucking size of the oh, let's put this on top and just have it tastefully laying on the armchair there, or whatever it is, stool chair. Fancy plush place of park your arse. Yeah, that'll do for now. I guess I could put another bookshelf fixture storage. There, these. Let's see. A little corner shelf. Let's see. Nice, there we go. Corner shelf, because I feel like you guys are probably going to have a lot of shit to put places. You know, D&D players are just sort of like me, IRL. You just acquire things and keep acquiring things, and you expand to fit the space that you're given. And unfortunately for me, I've given you guys a whole homestead, so get fucked, I guess. Right, so we've got you know what, we'll put one of them there as well. Bookshelves and shit. Hell yeah. There we go. Meeting room, lounge area. We've done that. Now, Falchion's office. Now, he wanted this to be like a place where, basically, where he can pretend to be his daddy. You know. Yeah, exactly. Well, to be fair, there is a basement level specifically for that. And they wanted. There's a safe down there. There's a prison for whatever fucking reason. And yes, trying to think. Let's see. Let's zoom out a little. There we go. How did this work again? There we go. Yeah. So here's the outline. So one of the cool things about Dungeon Draft is that you can just layer things on top of each other. Like if you look here, you'll see. This is the ground floor. This is the ground floor, and you can see here's the floor plan for everything. However, and you can see here's Falchion's workshop. However, if I go up, like I've put roof on it because we've gone up a layer. So from this floor, you'd only be able to kind of see the roofs. So, because it's only a 1-story building in there, which I thought was quite a cool thing to do. And then we've got the top floor here, which is going to be mostly what my plans are for here. This is like the general living area, party space for do thing. This is going to be like the big dining hall with enough space to have like guests over and shit like that, whatever. And again, the servants are down here because there's the kitchens. And then up here was going to be, I was going to have, I think we decided there was going to be, I think hilariously, we decided that there was going to be 5 bedrooms and not 6 because Bar has only recently joined the party. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how willing some of the party are going to be to have Bar in, because I know that Bar is well. Okay, so right, one of the things that I'm struggling with as like a DM at the moment is that Bar is, oh god, yeah, this mirror almost killed him. Like, Bar is extremely stubborn, and while that can be endearing in some cases, it's not necessarily at the moment. Like, Becca's really worried that Bar is going to turn around and report Miggle and get him locked up, which obviously the rest of the party isn't going to. But, you know, if you don't work together as a party, what's the point in travelling with the party, sort of thing. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that, because obviously Becca's going to be really upset if Miggle goes back to prison unjustly, sort of thing. And like she said to me, there's a difference between being stubborn and being an asshole, and it feels a bit like, you know, when you play D&D, you kind of have to do a little bit of suspension of disbelief. You've got to metagame slightly, just so that like your characters get on with each other, if that makes sense. Which was an issue that we had with Rahara, who, you know, is still out there causing issues, but the party doesn't necessarily know about those issues yet. You're certainly trying to know about those issues. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, you'll find out. But yeah, and so I don't know which way I like this. I guess this way would be better. But yeah, so it's, yeah, Miggle can watch. I'm just having a discussion about Bar at the moment, and I'm working on the house for the party. Just so that there's something going on in the background. You know. Yeah, so like one of the issues is that, like, if you're going to be such a detriment to the party as a whole, why would the party have you around? And like I say, we had a similar issue with Rahara, in that Rahara was Rahara, and I wish that she wasn't. Is the only way to sort of describe that. Falchion would have a big obnoxious chair, wouldn't he? Let's change the colour though. Let's whack up the colour. There we go. There. Yeah, that'll do. There, perfect. So yeah, one of the issues is that, like, you know, if the party, like if someone is causing so many issues for the party, why would the party have them around? And that's one of the things that you sort of metagame in quotation marks as a player, in that, like, why the fuck would I travel with these? Yeah, exactly. Well, also, he's a bit of an arsehole, isn't he? So he's like with Rahara, we had, oh, hello, welcome in. Yeah, I assumed that Ladle was like yeah, well, Ladle was the party nickname, wasn't it? So maybe it was just, I assumed that Ladle was a correct term used. But like I was saying, with Rahara was, oh god, yeah, Rahara was Rahara, and she. Let's make this one smaller. There we go. Should we have 2 here? Yeah, let's put 2 here in case. And she caused issues for the party where, like, she was going around and she was like causing aggravation, probably intentionally, because that seemed to be the kind of person that Dave was. And I'm just gonna call him Dave, because we don't want to get confused, because he told us that his name was Matt. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't, because he's also told other people that his name was Dave. So we'll never know, because we never want to talk to him again. Maybe. Yeah, why not? There we go. That'll do. So yeah. But yeah. Anyways. There, and then back to that one. Nice. Yeah, exactly. He's a Dave. 100%. And so Dave was just the kind of, like, main character syndrome, but his main character was obnoxiously boring. And like his chosen personality trait, God, I can words real good, guys, for Rahara was drunk and not listening, and that was Rahara's entire personality, which was, again, fucking obnoxious. Like, the party was all set up, ready to go, like, dive into this crypt that had apparently, like, oh, you can see movement in there, but we're not sure what it is. Let's get ready to kind of go investigate, as you do as a party. And then Rahara turns around and goes, Eldritch Blast! And yeah, just blasts the gate open, summons Haunts, and the undead Haunts comes out and just fucking tramples Rahara to death. Because Rahara decided to be, like, the frontline character with 11 armor class and, like, +1 constitution at, what was it, level 2, level 3? I think it was level 2, because you were level 1 and you got to level 2 with the ghost, and then it was after that you got to it wasn't Moorcliff, it was Marshbank, that was it, which is where you left the dwarves. Yeah, so you guys were level 2. So yeah, don't worry, Chris. There's, like, no spoilers at the moment. It's just ranting about, like, DM stuff. But I am working on. There's Falchion's office. There's the group meeting room. Here's the lounge area. Oh yeah, God. It was a year and a half. It is almost like in a week it will be like a year and a half since we had our first session together, which is insane. But yeah, who'd have thought we'd still be here? I'd still be bullying you persistently. We'll put a large map table next to you. Why do you need a map table? Okay. Let's see if we can find one. Would it be administration? There we go. Let's pick some of this then and delete it. There we go. Object tool, there it is. Right, map table. There we go. There you go. How's that? And that looks fucking naked now, I guess. Let's that's true, you do draw a lot of maps. Your maps are very good. Now let's put a contract on the table because why not? Very falchion to have a map on the table. Nah, there we go, that'll do. And then let's do the light tool. Make that smaller. Yonk. There we go. Perfect. There we are. How's that looking for your fancy obnoxious? Yeah, of course. That's you know, one of the really cool things. Which is why I'm like getting around to working on it, I guess. It's only been like a year. It's hilariously, it has been like literally a year because I was saying this, you guys, it was a year ago that there was, because it was in the last charity game, wasn't it, where you guys had the ceremony for your there was a ceremony for your it with the festival, the thank you from the Queen. When you got your little pins, so it's been over a year that you guys have had this house, and I'm there's I had done this all previously as well, so yep, fantastic heroism. I spent a while on this, working this all out, but yeah. I should let's slap a light tool in. There we go. Whoop. Oh, I don't. Let me see if I can. I'll dip into OBS dead quick while I see if I can do this. Cause I have the one screen, so let's see. Image. Sick party art. Okay. Image file. D&D pictures. There we go. Okay. Whoa, that's big. Sorry guys, give me a sec. Very professional, I'm aware. Yeah. So this was art that I had made from her name's Chloe, but she goes by Ailwyn Art on Tumblr, on Twitter. I think that Twitter's imploding though, so who cares about Twitter? I think I still have the artist command enabled, So you should be able to you know, if anyone is in chat who isn't my party, yeah. So this was the group back then, on the day of celebration. This is the symbol of the city in the background here, which is also known as like the Eye of Zadlin, who is the patron deity, I guess, of the hollowed spire. And yeah, so they saved the city, and being it being a drow city, there's the queen here, and here's Bramley in her fairy princess dress and very fashionable wig. We've got Miggle and Jim, if you see here. Jim's got his own tiny little medal. Here's Lael in her guard uniform, which is, again, you can see on the chest, the eye there. Yeah, Bramley doesn't have a hair colour anymore. We're going to need to get new art of Bramley. Here's Falchion in his very fine regalia. Mira in her swanky duds as well. And yeah, they all got these tiny pins, as to be like the hero of the city type thing, and basically they act as a like a ring of protection. Just dip it in some white paint, easy. No repaint required. I need to crack my shoulder, but it's not going, and I hate it. It's just sore. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so basically the pins act within the city itself, specifically as a ring of protection, which gives you +1 to your armor class and +1 to saving throws. And that's just all of them. Just saving throws, full stop. You get +1 to all of them. I'll keep an eye on it because I'm trying to get more art from Chloe as well. But yeah, Lael's got a whole new look as well. She's got flowers in her hair, and she's got these glowing. Her eyes now glow, and she's got these spirally wiggles on her flesh. Nice. I'm very excited for tomorrow's session. I have evil plans of evilness. It'll be great. Now let me hide this again. There we go. Can I delete this? I can. I'll keep it there just in case anyone decides to fucking ask again. Dragon beans. But yeah, there we go. We've got a nice little bit of light in there. Ooh. One in there as well. There we go. Perfect. There we go. Nice. Oh yeah, Chris, we gave Bramley a hammock, which is what this is here. Yeah. There we go. But yeah, I think those look pretty good. If there's anything else you can think of that you guys might want in like the lounge areas, or again like Falchion / Mira's meeting room. So, okay, right, let's go back to this then. So, out here is where I've got for the initial smelt of the ores, which is what is in all these containers here. So I've got like some copper, and I've got some like iron nugents. You just toss them in, smelt them down to get the raw materials, and you can like whack them into bars, which is what this is. Here is where I have set up for like the initial like when you're making a big thing, like a sword or an axe or anything like that. So I've got like a big work area here. Here's a smaller forge for anything that you've like anything that Falchion makes that he's not super happy with, or like wants to scrap and start again, sort of thing. Like maybe an armor piece or a shield emblem or anything like that he wasn't super happy with. You can smelt it back down, but it's like, you know, obviously the more you smelt it and stuff and work it, the less sort of refined it becomes. So it's kind of like, it's the slag heap here. Here was a smaller forge for like where he's doing, if he's doing like smaller detail work, things like that. So like if he's making a decorative pommel on the sword, so he can do like smaller fire instead of like the, just to get like the right twists in place, that sort of thing. And then here was the yeah, like I said, this was the big area for stuff. Here's the raw materials, and here was the drawing boards, which is why there's scrolls of paper, jars of ink, and yeah, planning here, so that he could draw out designs and things like that, and then get to work, but easily visible from the main forge area. So that was my thought process with everything that's in here. Here's like a nice little grindstone. Here's some bits that he's made, shit like that. Yeah. So, but I think most everything in here is a separate asset that I had to work on. Like I had to place everything in here individually. Because, you know, that's how it be sometimes. Woo. But yeah. So. God, it's fucking cold, but I'm sitting on my nice snuggly oodie rather than like having you hear me wiggling around the sounds in this leather armchair that I've fucking got. But yeah, so but that was my thought process about the whole forge area. Yeah, which is why again there's like a load of water scattered around, for like, you know, you do the little bit and then you plunge it into water. Yeah, there's Lael's archery range, complete with giant fucking crossbow bolts. But I had to make it a certain size because of the targets. But yeah. Hello. Welcome in. I'm just chatting. In chat, I've got some of my party members at the moment. So I was just telling them about like the the forge that I had made for Falchion, who is the Rune Knight fighter in our game, which is taking place tomorrow. And I'm just working on their homestead at the moment. So yeah, that's fun stuff. Well, yeah, it's, let's see. I guess I've got the dining room here, kitchen, and servants' quarters to work on. So I guess I'll get. Oh God, I hate doing the kitchens though. The kitchens is full of so many fiddly bits. Let's ignore the kitchen until the very last, if we can. That's an executive DM decision. Making that right now. Fuck kitchens. Right, I guess I need some wardrobes or dresses or something, don't I? There we go. Is that right? It might be that way. I don't know. I can't actually tell what most of these assets are, but they're just the plain assets that came with the thing. But yeah, this is a place this is the party's homestead that they got around level 5, I want to say. Well, you don't have to, you're choosing to, which you know, I appreciate tremendously. It's very cool of you that you want to do that, but you don't have to. You're choosing to torture yourself. Oh, I do that as well. At the, at the moment, the players are in the Feywild. One of them is discovering that apparently she's half Sun's Court Eladrin, and then the other one's just terrified of Fey after he accidentally set some dryads on fire. Classic. That's players for you, I guess. That's very big. I don't like that. Maybe a small bookshelf in here and a little table. Yeah. And listen, one of them is gonna have, well, the bard found out something about his lost love. I'll just pull up on screen so you can see it. This is the party plus, so this here is the queen of the city where their homestead is. We have a dwarf who's joined the party as well. He's a bit of a prick. And so this is the party composition here. We've got Bramley, the wildfire druid. We've got Miggle, the eloquence bard, with his noble rat Jim. Lyle, the thief rogue, who is finding out that she's the other half, that she isn't Drow, she is Sun's Court Eladrin, Sun's Peak Court Eladrin. Here's Falchion, here's Falchion, the Rune Knight fighter, and Mira, the Storm Herald barbarian. They're a fun bunch. They're very interesting, and I am doing so many evil things to all of them. Yeah, this is the bard. He found out last week something about his long lost love. Apparently she's queen of his home city, which is fun. And he's not super duper happy about that because the person that she married got him locked up for like 100 years, something like that. Long time. And yeah, apparently she is she's with the king of the city. And he found something out, although he doesn't know that he's found something out. And so that is going to be very fun for me to dump upon them lots of trauma. Delicious. Let's see. Have I got a stool somewhere? Let's under. There we go. Perfect. That's how you know it's a stool, because it's underneath a chair. Not on the chair. Oh, I can wait so good. I do DMing. Woo. Let's see. What are the? I know that there's. Is it in fixture? Yes, it is. Little heating pots. I like these. They're just nice to stick around places because, you know, they're just nice to stick around places. I don't think I want to put them too close to the here because that's where you'll get like instruments warping. I need to put in a gnomish pooping toilet as well. Man, there's got to be a place for the gnomes to hold hands when they go to poop together. Disappointing. Right, let's put that one there. And if I can, oh no, there we go. Yeah, exactly. Nope. There it is. There. And to object. Right. what goes in servants' quarters? There's the doorway there, so I'm gonna remember not to shove shit there. Table in the middle, maybe like a big long table. Yeah, that'll do. A couple of them. That'll do, yeah. Oh, okay. To explain the gnomish pooping thing, I can actually, I'll save that and then open third house. Which one was it? Ground, first, second, first floor? Yes, it was. So, to explain, earlier in the campaign, the party had to go investigate someone who was, you know, they expect the party had yeah, exactly. The party had been employed by one of the nobles to investigate one of the other nobles who they suspected of something untoward towards the queen. And so the party was snooping around in the middle of the night, and given that this is a drow city, the middle of the night is about 4 hours long. Not ideal. So they were on this floor because this is before I found out that you could put different levels on the same sheet, so there's 3 different things for this floor plan. So the party sneaks in and round, and they investigate these rooms. They find it to be child's rooms, creep in, steal some of the toys from the children, because that's what you do when you've got 2 gnomes in the party. Investigate around. This here is like a central garden-y area. It's you can't access it from this floor because, as Miggle found out, you will fall and you will take damage. But yeah, they went to investigate, and they heard some arguing in this room, which they later found out was the master bedroom. Which they later found out was the master bedroom. They had argument between a man and a woman. The woman, I think, stormed off, but as they're hearing this and they hear this argument going on, they're like, oh shit, we need to find a place to hide. So of course the place that they go to hide was the bathroom, which, you know, looks lovely. Let's zoom in. Yeah, so here's the privy part of the bathroom, and here's just the bathroom part of the bathroom. So while they were in there, the 2 gnomes decided, hey, let's take this opportunity to have a gnomish dump. And they found that because gnomes are so small, specifically forest gnomes, it's dangerous to go pooping in the woods alone, so you always have to go with a buddy. And they have a whole handhold system while you poop together. So that was how gnomish pooping became a thing in my D&D setting. But yeah, this was the house. They had their own private bathroom as well in there, and this was locked. So the party was in here investigating things. They climbed out here and decided to shuffle along the wall and break into the office, not realizing that every entrance into this area had an alarm spell on it. Until Bradley stuck her head out the window and saw magic along here and was like, oh shit, we've got to leave. And so, yeah, that's pretty much. Then there was, because they hadn't left it for long enough. So she came back because alarm has a certain range limit. And I decided if they go up and explore the top floor before they explore this office, she won't be within range. So, yeah, they didn't. So, there was a lot of guard attention in this area. But yeah, here's some of the toys that the party stole from the from the fucking, I don't know, it was like 5 or something. Here's the daughter's room, who was trained to become a necromancer, which is why there was bones in the corner. And here's the son, who's like the eldest son, I think. He's going to become one of the guards of the city. That was his plan, which is why he's got a shitload of arrows. Yeah, that was yeah. If they'd broken into her room, she would have animated a Minotaur skeleton, and had the skeleton come after them. And it obviously the entire household would have then been alerted. Thankfully they didn't. However, the druid's very miffed because one of the things that the druid has is a monstrosity necklace, which, for the cost of both of your wild shapes, I think, you can turn into a monstrosity of up to challenge rating 3. Although I might change that to be a challenge rating equal to your proficiency modifier. I don't know. I'll see how that goes. Yeah, because unless you are a Circle of the Moon druid, wild shape is strictly utility, really. And I wanted to give the party, like the druid, something a bit more than just you can wild shape as utility. So she has, it does cost money, and obviously you have to find monster bits. But if you do, then you can then, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So yeah, but at the moment, it costs, depending on the challenge rating of the monstrosity bit that you've found. You need to find a magic shop to be able to turn it into a bead, which you then have to string onto the necklace. But once it's on there, you can turn into, I think, so at the moment I think she's got an owl bear. What else has she got? I know she's got, she's got a Kruthic as well. And I'm trying to think, what else was there? I'm pretty sure there's another one, but I don't recall off the top of my head what it is that she can turn into. But she is desperate to turn into a Minotaur, and so one of the things that she wants is a Minotaur bit. And so when, like, after this was no longer relevant, sort of thing, I put this, I'd told them, oh yeah, this was gonna be, like, the kid was still awake and was just reading under the covers, so if you'd snuck into her room, she would have been awake and she would have set this skeleton on you. I don't think she can be a Drider. I don't think she can be a Drider because a Drider's like challenge rating 6, I think. And I don't know if they're monstrosities. They might be. But she's got, I know she can be like a giant spider anyway, but she can do that anyway. Probably something spiderous. If she'd picked up some of the phase spider bits, she could have been a phase spider. But she didn't. She picked up some of the bits from the Queen, which was decidedly more than something that she could turn into. Yeah, CR6. So yeah, she couldn't turn into one of those, even if she wanted to. Well, technically, you could turn into it, but that involves making a pact with Lolth, which, someone's doing something along those lines in the party. Wonder who that could be. But yeah, let's party household. Yeah, there's a few of these that I've got. There's the hag fight. No, there's the chamber. God, I remember all these. I know, yeah. It's well, yeah, Lolth is the one who caused the Driders to exist. I don't have the whole, Drow are evil, because I think that's a bit boring, and also I've loved Drow ever since I got my player's handbook. Probably, call me edgy, whatever, I just like them. But yeah, let's see. God, I've been going for... Oh, thank you. Yeah, but I've been going for like an hour and a half now. Bloody hell. It doesn't feel like it. I don't feel like I've gone very far with them. This plan. Then again, I have populated half the ground floor. Blech. I've got to build the rest of it still. Let's see. Yeah. And then there's the basement. Yeah. So yeah. Hardyman in chat is the rogue who is the half Drow, half Eladrin, apparently. Which is very fun, having consequences and things like that. So, yeah. And she's one of the members of the guard in the city, which is pretty cool. There we go. Objects. Back to business. Let's populate the shit out of this. Games. Let's see. God. See, this is what I mean about some of the assets being well out of whack. Oh, hilariously, this is one of the playlists I have on Spotify. It is currently playing through my mobile, which is what I'm watching chat off of, because I don't have a spare monitor. So yeah, very pro streamer setup here, for sure. There we go. Let's get these guys out as well. There we are. Nice. Lots of cards. Excellent. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's a... Yeah, there's I am working on that pact as well that the certain someone has. What did I call it? The Pact of the Dark Mother. Yeah, I'm working on filling that out properly as well. I'm going to try and get that done tonight, along with everything else that I need to get prepped for tomorrow. Which actually, I say I'll go another half hour-ish, and then I'll dip. Yeah. Just to keep things flowing, I guess. And also, I need to actually go do things. I was going to use this as like, yeah. It's we've been playing this same campaign for like a year and a half now. Yeah. There we go. See, Chris knows. We've been playing this same campaign for a year and a half. We've gone from level 1 to now level 7. And yeah, we've had a couple of different players. One who just had to drop out because it was too much of a commitment, but he was sound. And then one who was an absolute arsehole. But everyone's had those sort of players at their table. And, I've used his character as a plot point and a villain, and the party is still hunting her down. Whether or not that's a good thing, you'll find out. So, fun stuff. Yeah, you do have a shithead compass. Mira bargained the memory of a smile. For that was a classic Fae bargains. I love them. I'm having so much fun with my with the Fae at the moment. It's been terrible and excellent for me. There we go. That'll do. Perfect. Oh no, wait, that's too close to that one. There we go. Oh god, that was huge. And very red. But yeah, let's put 6 around here. Yeah, so the parties, to be honest, I'm not quite sure why the party is trying to hunt Rahara down. I think Falchion is interested because he found out that his twin siblings were interested. Although they didn't no, we run it in person. We meet up at a local game cafe, and they have a private room which we rent out. In the middle of the table, because they've built a custom table, in the middle of the table there's like a giant TV set up in it. And you can put your maps and things on there. So that's one of the things that I have. Let me flick onto. So I have. I have a different map screen as well, which looks pretty much identical to this one, except it's not got my little character in the corner. And in these two squares at the bottom, there would be the cameras for the party and myself, and this would be like the main focus of the map. Would be the main focus of the. I can't words. I can only apologise. Words are failing me. I'm very good at talking. The map would be like the main focus of the screen there. There we go. So yeah, the party would be able to see the map in on a giant TV, whereas the people watching us on stream would be able to see the map up close. And let me see if I can find it. I'll see if I've still got it. Let's see. Party, yeah. I made a little like a little grouping of. So this was what I used to symbolise where the party was. Was this little scriggle of which are actually all corpses. So I'd stick them on the map and then drag them around and stuff and be like, do. There you go, you're over here now. And that's how I did it. On the actual thing, which It worked. I've just not got round to making a proper map for everyone yet. Since we've been streaming again, I haven't made another map for them to explore. Although I don't necessarily think there's really been need for it per se, especially because on the main show. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Okay, that's interesting. I was curious about your motivations. So that makes sense. Interesting. I wonder what will happen when you find Rahara. So, especially if you're not like hunting her down necessarily out of malice. So, because Rahara's been up to some stuff. I know what she's been up to. You guys don't. But she's been doing her own thing. So yeah, if you're not hunting her down out of like any malicious intent, maybe just to like warn her or find out what the fuck's going on. Because she knows now why she's being hunted down, and I'll be able to give Rahara more of a personality. She's not an archlich yet. But yeah. Let's see, storage. There we go. But yeah, she's a very interesting character, is Rahara, and it is a shame that she wasn't given justice, I think, by the player. Yeah, well, so Rahara originally was a warlock. Yeah, exactly. Not that Dave played her that way. That's why I'm bringing her back as a antagonist, protagonist, antagonist of some description. She's because I liked her. That's the thing, is that at the end of the day, is that I liked the character immediately when I was like told about what Dave had in mind for the character. I like immediately had thoughts, which is great as a DM because you're like, oh fuck yeah, I can do so many things with this. I have plans and blah 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 blah. And then when the player's just like incredibly sucktacular, in fact, it just because it felt like a shame to get rid of all the stuff that I had in mind. So that's one of the things that I thought about with, like, especially because, like, as the party later found out, Rahara had some connection somehow to Falchion's family, in the fact that his twin siblings were hunting her down for whatever reason. And now that would have been very interesting had Rahara still been with the party, but at that point Dave had an issue with Subway and had to leave, and then later left the campaign. So instead of just saying, you know, I don't think this campaign's for me, or leaving before I could kick him out, yeah, Dave was like, oh yeah, I'm, you know, oh, there's been an issue with work, the tills at Subway are going down, so my boss needs me in immediately, and he left, and then later messaged the group like, sorry guys, I don't think that I can, you know, I really want to play the game with Beth, but I can't, because it's been made clear that, you know, that the DM is not accepting additional players. And I'm like, I told you this from the get-go, mate. And then I just kicked him from the group chat. So, you know. It do be that way sometimes, though. Let's see if we've got anything interesting in structures. Not really. Bridge. I used some of these in there. Oh, yeah. It was, yeah. Dave was one of the people that existed, for sure. Unfortunately. But yeah, so, you know, it is what it is at the end of the day. We're having a much better time without him. But, oh god, that's very bright. Exactly. One of the people of all time ever. And, there we go. That looks quite nice, actually. Just keep this room warm, I guess. See, the only people that really live here are these two people, and they have their own rooms. So I'm not too... Well, it says a lot when this time, like about a year ago when we did our first charity event, I was writing an intro to, like, tell anyone who tuned in about our story so far. And I was like, oh shit, how am I going to do this? What happens if I can't write Rahar out? And then as I was writing the intro, I was like, oh, Rahar has made zero impact on the party other than to piss them off. So, yeah. So, in the end, it worked out great. Let's see. I don't think that I really need anything else in here. There's like a small shelf with books and stuff. We've got games table. Let's see if we can put some plates and stuff on here. Table, weapon window, wood. Clutter. Nope. That's games. Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, you can't say that the player made zero impact because we're still complaining about him. Creatures. Tentacles. Love tentacles. Row. Ah, interesting. Egg. Oh, the spiders and shit as well here. Sick. I'll put this in Lael's room. Sea folk. Ah, shit, this is cool as fuck. What the fuck is this? Tentacle witch. Nice. Same, honestly. Oh shit! Yeah, that would be awesome. I love. I don't know if you'd be able to post links in here actually, but yeah. Oh my god! Look at the size of this thing. There's a squid on your stairs, mate. I guess that's what is attached to the tentacles. The biggest boy. Just here to have a good time. He's here to play cards. Would it be in kitchen maybe? Or camp? Food. There we go. There's a pizza. Let's see. I know that there are plates because I have specifically used plates before. It's just been that long. It's been that long since I've been in here. I'm not. Yeah, it's Sedgwick. Which was so that you know, Gem. Cedric was a pet octopus that the barbarian purchased, only for the barbarian to then leave him in a sink in a tavern alone and free, and so the octopus left. Yeah, it was weird. Cedric was one of the characters of all times. I enjoyed Cedric, although his travel with us was brief. Yeah. Oh yeah, he had 5 darts as well. Heavily, like the worst shuriken in the world. You just fling him via tentacle at someone, frisbee him, and then they get 5 dart wounds. Great creature. Where is it? Wait, is there an option for tavern tables? Let's see. Oh my god, this is such a great asset. Check this shit out. Look, see, there's... Oh, yeah. Yeah, the link didn't work. Let's see. God, trying to find things in this is irritating. Give me a minute. Yeah, no. It comes up as 3-star. Actually, wait a second. No. Let's see. Let's see. I don't know. I mean, I have the same username on Discord if you feel like messaging me on Discord. Let's see. Great creature. Decor, maybe? No. Dining. There we go. Found the plates. Haha. Yeah. Did you find my stream through anywhere or just happened upon us in the chat? Let's see. Yeah, I'm let's see. Oh my god, this is bright. Let's see. Oh, nice. Well, I'm glad you found us. It's been nice chatting to you. I sort of anticipated being entirely alone for this stream, but it's been alright. We're just sort of working on affiliate at the moment because I thought that would be cool to have my own emotes. Is the main reason. So that's sort of why I'm streaming here, because we've met all the other requirements, because I've got a few friends who've raided us when we've done our big charity streams, and so we've met all the other requirements. So this one was just we need to stream a certain amount of days in a week. So I'm going to be doing a couple of solo streams on Tuesdays before we go live on Wednesdays, because they're my only days off, just so that I can meet the final requirement and we can get some cool emotes, which are probably just going to be of my character because I like them. But yeah, that's let's giant fork. Not dangerous to give the servant a knife at all. There we go. But no, that's pretty cool. That's how you found us. It's because the friend that I did slap a thing in the self promo chat, but I'm terrible for doing that. I keep forgetting to do it. So No one no one comes in and catches the stream when we're all actually playing the game. Let's see. But yeah, so we've got the servants' quarters to just kind of chill in. You know what? Let's put in a bench or something as well. Oh, that's a tiny bench. Oh, hi! How are you guys doing? Thanks for raiding me, Raptor. How is stream? How was it Resident Evil 5? Oh, Nox as well. How disgusting! How dare you raid me while I was considering leaving stream? But yeah. I'll figure out how to give Raptor a diamond later. Not that she's given me one in her chat. How dare you? But yeah, at the moment, guys, I'm just how are you doing, Noxa? How was Resident Evil 5? Yes. But yeah. But yeah, so what I'm working on at the moment is a party map. So this is where I send the scrubs to die. Now this is where my party lives. This is their homestead in the Hollowed Spire. So we've got here's a little like lounge room for them. Here's a meeting room where they discuss plans and things. Here's the Dragonborn's office. These are the servants' quarters. Here's the kitchen and the dining room, which I haven't done because I didn't feel like it. Here's the druid's little campsite out here, which is very cute, and I'm very pleased with this. Here's the rogue's archery range, and then this one I'm very, very proud of. Here's the Dragonborn's workshop, where he does his blacksmithing. But yeah, so I've just been chatting shit for a couple of hours because we're trying to get affiliate. And if I stream, we've met all the other requirements except for the amount of days streamed in a week. So that's all I've got to do. But obviously, if we only stream like 4 or 5 times a month, we're not gonna get it. So I thought I'll do solo streams and cry about it personally in my private time, having to talk at the internet. But yeah, so I'm glad you guys had fun. I did peek in there. Did you get boat privileges, Raptor? And who got the biggest gun? That's the real question. Because the person with the... poor Nox. How could you do this to them? But the person with the biggest gun is in charge of Big Titty Gang, which is the most important role in any Resident Evil game. Which is why Nemesis has a massive grenade launcher or some shit. I don't fucking know. But he's got massive honkers. Yeah, so, but it's been a couple of hours, so I was actually thinking about quitting too, and I apologise that you've raided me while I was thinking of slacking off. Yeah, we've streamed for a couple of hours. Oh, thank you for the follow. There should be alerts, but there isn't because I'm very cracked at this whole thing. I did set it up. Oh. No? I don't fucking know. I don't care. Right, so, I guess I'll find somewhere to raid now. Hell yeah. God, let's see who's on. Tweech. I'm passing the book again. Oh god. There's like next to no one that I have available. I guess. How about we go hit... if anyone's got any suggestions for who to go raid, we'll go do that, I think. Either that or I could just end stream. Classic. I'm very bad at being a streamer and stuff, so, you know, that's usual for me. But yeah. Alright, well, thank you for the carnivorous. Alright. God. Let's see. Control. Let's see. How do I do raids? Yeah, you know what? That's true. I should do that. God, let's see. Let's see. Dungeons. Dungeons and Dragons. Let's see. We've got people playing. Have you got anyone that you would recommend? Because it looks like everyone out here is playing. God, this is surprisingly... this is more people than I thought. Let's see. Work. Map construction. That sounds good. Map creation. Found an Australian... right. See you tomorrow, Chris. Have a good night. CG Snatch, I guess. Right, how do I fucking raid people? Raid. And then... let's see. Right, I found someone who's working on making maps. And they look alright. They are Australian, so let's go do that. Right? I think that's how I do it. Bionk. No. God, how do I fucking do this? Shit. I'm sorry, I've never raided someone before. At least intentionally. So, it says, right, raid. There we go. Hey, did it work? Hey, there we go, we got it. Nice. Let's go. Absolutely cracked out of my mind. And we'll see you guys later. Right? Let's see. And yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow when we go live, actually playing the game instead of me dicking around making maps and shit. And yeah, catch you later.